and welcome to the Traders Haven New York session live market update. Today is the 15th of January 2010. Wanted to give you an update on our session today. Actually, I wanted to also briefly talk about our session yesterday. Had a computer error and I wasn't able to record our session review from yesterday. Let me quickly go over that. We entered into two trades on yesterday. Actually, the dollar yen short as well as the pound yen short. If I can get the screen to cooperate here, I can briefly go over that trade. It was actually right after the news announcement on yesterday. We entered into a short that netted us about 35, I believe 40 pips on this particular trade. We took the break of this support line here and we actually traded it down about 40 pips and we collected on there. Also, the trade we took was in the pound yen, and that was on a 4-hour chart as well. We took the break of we took the break of this particular support level and we traded that and collected about 50 pips on that one. So yesterday was a really good day. We also are still monitoring some trades that we were in earlier this week that are still active. Earlier this week, I believe on Monday, if you look back at some of the reviews that we had earlier, we entered into this trade, which was actually at the 382 retracement of this 4-hour euro dollar chart. So far, we've taken profit along the way, and this trade currently we're at 185 pips in profit. So we hit a key level here, and it seems like it's almost time for us to start looking to collect or close this particular trade. I don't want to leave this trade over the weekend, so actually we're getting ready to close that trade very shortly. We were in a pound dollar trade this week, and actually that we collected shortly or briefly on that, and we were able to break even there. And the dollar Swiss, we actually entered this trade, I believe, yesterday or the evening before. We entered that on a retest of a trend line break, so we had a break. The support level held and broke the downtrend line, moved upward and came back to retest. As you can see the entries here on these particular trades, we're currently up 88 pips, and on the second entry we are up about 70 pips on that particular trade. We've had some trend line breaks, and I'll be looking for a couple of trades to take place next week. We actually see this uptrend line that has finally been violated here, so this is actually a good entry for us to enter into a short. However, today's Friday. We had a very successful week, and I'm not looking to enter into any trades at this point just before the weekend. The Kiwi trade as well, we saw a break in that particular trend line, so this support level has now become resistance, so we're looking for that level to continue. And also, now that this level has been established, we're looking to see if this new trend line will be broken to continue to the upside or maintain or sustain the trend line and continue downward. So far this week, we've done really well. I'm not sure the total number of pips this week, but it's well into over close to maybe 300 pips that we've been able to accumulate this week. It was a very good week, especially for our first week. This trade is the only trade we actually entered into during our session, and it was actually at the completion of what we call a Gartley pattern. And I go through this technique and method during my sessions during the New York time zone. However, we see that price retraced. I drew a Fibonacci level from the full length of this up movement of the euro yen. Price retraced down to a 50% retracement level, and we see that the downward trend has completed what I call an ABCD leg and completion here. We entered into our buy at this level, as you can see, and we have seen some really good success right now. We're actually up, let me see, 32 pips. So my first level or my take profit will be at this first level of resistance actually right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of the profit here. I anticipate maybe a little bit of bounce back here, or hopefully a breakthrough, but at least half my profit I'm going to take right now. It's a very good trade. In a matter of about an hour or two, we've collected, or at least right now we're up about 30 pips. So The name of the game is protection. I'll collect these 30 pips. I'll move my stop to break even. The rest of the trade is free. If it stops me out, great, but at least I've collected 30 pips, and so far so good. So that's the only trade we actually took during the live session today. However, the overview was a continuation of the other trades that we had going on. Um, we actually have seen a large number of trades this week in the yen pairs, which we were able to capitalize as well. So hopefully we'll have a continued success next week as well, and we'll further be watching this yen trade to see if it continues higher. All right, so have a great weekend, guys. Thank you a lot for joining us this week, and see you all next week.